Hi everyone, welcome back. Maybe you are pregnant and you're wondering what's going to happen when I'm going to bring this new life at home. How is my firstborn going to react? Or you already gave birth and you sense some jealousy in your firstborn. He's not really accepting this new life at home. He's even regressing
Yes,
sometimes.
that's a big one. We see like them maybe if they went to the potty, they suddenly pee in their pants again and all of that, and you're just overwhelmed. What did we do? This is for you. Breathe first and know that this is a very important transition you're going through, and we'll speak about today how you can navigate this jealousy without like chaos and without frustration and without losing your firstborn's heart. You might be asking yourself, will I have the same love that I had for my firstborn, for my secondborn, or will I have to somehow divide the same love amongst each other? And that's so normal. I think like I thought exactly the same thing, and now years later I can't imagine, because it just like multiplies your love. But let's look at first from a perspective of you still being pregnant and what habits you can install now for your first child not to feel left on the side.
Like having a daily dedicated playtime for your firstborn. 10 to 15 minutes focused on him, no telephone.
Yeah.
And what is happening during this time, you are saying, I'm here for you, this is our time together. And basically what you're doing, you are lifting or filling up the love tank.
And then also create or start, if you haven't yet, the individual playtime for your child. And we have a video on that, which we'll link in this description if you haven't heard about it yet. But what it means is that your child can play 1 hour a day on their own. So this is a preparation. I mean, it's very important for your child because they learn so much, like self-control, concentration, staying on one thing longer, and like entertaining themselves. But it also helps you so much when that baby comes, because that gives you additional time, like in the day, for the baby or for something else you need to do.
Next, keep sleep, night sleep, and naps consistent. And this is what we speak very often about the rhythm, and it's the same like we spoke today. If this is under control when your newborn will come, it's going to be a lot easier to go through the first stages of having a newborn home.
Yeah, and also with just like with like organizing your whole day, because you can adjust the newborn schedule to your firstborns. And for me, I say that a lot, that like I couldn't imagine having more than one kid without a routine, because the routine helped me so much. Even though the move from one child to 2 children was intense, the routine really helped me to have kind of security in it and still have a little time for myself, but also in everything I needed to do around the house. The next would be like play dates with your child, like really plan those, maybe a little walk, going to the playground, having like a hot chocolate or something, to integrate that too into your habit of once a month, like having a little date.
I love the play date because basically you are pouring identity. I'm here for you. This is your special time. It's only between us. And don't forget, you can also do this as a man. We always did it. You did it. I did it. And it's a place where you really dedicate your time for your child. No newspapers. Back then you could read newspapers, no telephone. You're here for them.
Yes, and it helps again that it's like a habit where you do something with your child that you will continue when the baby is here too. And once a month is really possible for every mom and every dad. You just need to put it into your calendar and keep it a priority like everything else.
So again, you don't have your second baby yet, so you have more time to basically have a foundation for those habits. And I think habits, they don't come from one day to another.
No.
So working on them, even before you're pregnant, basically, when you have a firstborn, you can do all those tips,
Yeah,
actually.
it would be ideal.
It would be ideal.
Yeah.
Because when you first your new child is born, you can be very happy when this foundation is already in place
Yeah.
for you, for your husband, because we're also part of the the drill, let's say, and for your newborn.
Yeah. So, but let's look at from the standpoint of you already had the baby. So you maybe don't have these habits yet, which like it's never too late. We want to say there's always hope. Like we like to repeat that. So then first of all, let's define jealousy. And jealousy means
It's a
like
hidden
really,
fear.
Yeah, it's fear of your child like asking themselves, but they can't really put it into words. Do they still love me?
What is my place in the family?
Have I lost my place?
What about this new child? Is he going to steal my place?
Exactly. So for us, it's not to come in and punish these questions or these fears, but really bring leadership and help them through.
And basically go to the roots, because jealousy is not the root, but the fear is the root. So how can we go against it? How can we bring positive things,
Yeah.
basically life, that the fears are gonna slowly disappear. And a lot of the things we already spoke, by spending special time, dedicated time for the firstborn, it's gonna help to actually have less fears, because he will know that he's loved, he will know that his position is okay. And let's go a little bit further and see what else can we do for that foundation to take root.
So what we could do, if your firstborn maybe hurt your baby, or they threw something at him, or were a bit rough, it can happen, it happened to all of us, then you just like really, you stay calm and you say, I understand that this may not be easy for you, but we don't hurt.
And before you correct the behavior, give your toddler a quick anchor. A quick anchor is basically giving him some love, some security, some identity in this time. Maybe put your hand on the back, take him in your arms, look in the eyes, speak his name, for example.
And then really lead them by putting up boundaries, by saying, as we already mentioned, that we don't hurt and we don't hurt each other, but we also don't hurt the baby. And then sometimes you have to like push them aside or go between you and your firstborn and the baby. Maybe you have to bring the baby and put them somewhere else. If you're breastfeeding, that like happens a lot during that time and you can't do a lot. You may just like put your hand in front of the baby so they can't hurt. Afterwards, you can teach them to be like, let's look how calm looks like. Look, we can do this to the baby, but this we don't do. Just give them other ways to touch the baby instead of pushing them away the whole time. And as well, if they feel like just this anger, like redirect them to be like maybe squeeze this pillow.
Stomp with your feet.
Yeah, or like later mommy's gonna come and we can talk about it. Give alternative in that too. But teach them and shepherd them through the situation that this is not the way we deal with each other in our family. So for you, creating the same habits that we've already talked before are essential if you haven't yet. So really the 10 minutes playing with your child and having this undivided attention for your firstborn, maybe when the baby's sleeping, then teaching your firstborn to play on their own, the 1 hour a day, thinking about like the rhythms of your day. Do you have rhythms? Do you have routine? Same time going to bed, waking up, naps, and all of that gives security to your firstborn too. And as we said, the individual dates with mom and dad, and maybe even like you can pitch, like grandparents can pitch in during that time, especially during the maybe more busy firstborn moments. And this shows your child that their love tank is filled up. So there's no need for jealousy because we do have enough time for them. And that's really a game changer, was for us and will be for you too.
Some of the scenarios that we hear or we even went through it, sometimes your firstborn will say, hey, I have the impression you don't love me, you don't spend time with you, or your eyes are only going to the newborn. And this is actually a possibility or a great opportunity for us to speak words of life in our firstborn. You know, we love you. This is how it is now, but I have enough love for you and for the newborn. Basically explaining all those things that seems to be very normal for us, but those are great questions for your firstborns to be answered.
Exactly. Or your firstborn is regressing. They're talking like babies. They want to have a bottle again. As I said, they're maybe peeing in their pants again. And just be really like understanding, but also encouraging them that you're so proud of them and they're a big brother or a big sister. And also point out that they have so many more freedoms than the baby.
You can eat more things. You can go to the park. You can play on your own. You have your own toys. And actually, by doing this, you are positiving or just reminding him that being the first one, being the older, is actually a great position.
And it comes with freedoms that the baby doesn't have yet. I know this can feel absolutely overwhelming. I remember, and I've already said it, I found the change from 1 child to 2 child so much more intense than 0 to 1 or 2 to 3. So this is a real thing. And I've heard other parents say that too. And there's not just that, because you can't just lay down when your baby is sleeping because you have another child. There's,
I mean, your entire quiet time is different now.
Yeah, very different. And with the firstborn, you can lay down, you can do housework when the baby's sleeping, and they sleep so much. But now you have an active toddler and your rest gets cut short. Really lean into God for this time, like really in every time. He is your strength and He is your energy, but also embrace that it will look differently in this time. It might look like resting in His presence in everyday life, like those whispered prayers when you're breastfeeding, or the Jesus help me when you're preparing bottles, or the worship time when you're changing diapers. All of these moments are really holy moments, and it's maybe doesn't look like that 1 hour that you have in spending time in God's presence and reading your Bible and journaling like you had before, but really see this as an opportunity to seek God, but also experience God in the everyday chaos sometimes and just in your everyday life.
As a conclusion, your toddler, your children, they don't need perfect parents.
No, impossible.
They need parents that are here. They need parents that see them. And I think we came to the realization today that fear is the real problem.
Yeah, the root.
By basically pouring identity, pouring love, pouring time in our children, the idea is what will happen over time. It's because of the security of the surrounding, the security that we get into the family, fear will just go away. So when fears goes away, less jealousy, there will be less maybe trying to hurt the baby, and what we've been talking.
They're just more stable.
More stable.
And also, like, what I wanted to add, what I just thought about now was, like, nowadays we have this urge of making everything fair for the firstborn and the baby, and that's not needed at all. You can teach your firstborn while giving him security, while giving him time, that it will look different, and you will spend time with the baby too, and you can teach them, and you see quickly that you'll teach them like patience, love, kindness, but also rejoicing for somebody else, for their sibling. That was like a big value in our family. So don't try to give the same gifts to your firstborn that the baby is getting, but take this as teachable moments for them to learn to rejoice for somebody else if something great happens to them, or they get something great. So no need of leveling it out fully, because it's impossible and it doesn't teach gratitude. So if you found this video encouraging, just write in the comments, or if you have challenges that came up in your family, would love to answer your questions.
And what is important when we prepared that one, I realized we just want to encourage you because you are giving life.
Yeah.
And this is so beautiful.
It's powerful.
And as much as, you know, we spoke about difficulties, intense and all this, we are giving life.
Yeah.
And there's a legacy that will come out of those new lives, newborns that we have at home. So we bless you for this. This is powerful.
Yeah. And also never to forget, there's always been siblings in this world, more than now, because we have less kids than also before. And so though all of those kids have made it through too. Like we all have dealt with that, and we have learned one thing, maybe better or not, but sometimes we over dramatize something too. So just like to put our feet on the floor, breathe and think about like what can we do, what can we pour in, but also not escalating it that this is going to be horrible for our firstborn. So we're really looking forward to next week. Until then, bye.